Hey you guys, now a lot of people have been tweeting me and Facebook messaging me talking about things like ADHD, self-harming, suicide, ADD and other disabilities that people might have. I know that I done a self-harm video only a couple of weeks ago, but this one is going to be in more detail and what the consequences are about and why you shouldn't do it and reasons why people would do it. So let's start off with ADHD. ADHD is a condition or a disability which means you have really bad anger problems and you just have a bit of a hard life. I have ADHD. I have this booklet which is called Moving On Choices at 16 and Over, and it's a guide for young people with ADHD. So if I take a look in here, it should explain to all of you what ADHD is exactly about. So it says here, unfortunately, ADHD doesn't just disappear as you grow into adulthood, but the symptoms often change. Each individual is different, but there are some overall trends. So, if you have ADHD, you might be less hyperactive than you were as children, so your ADHD isn't obvious to others. You could speak out of term, lose your temper, or break some rules, which is what I do. Then again, I have anger problems. And you might be really disorganised, forgetful, and you might lose a lot of concentration. Now, having ADHD is nothing to be worried about. I have a sheet here, and there are facts. It says you are not crazy or sick if you have ADHD. It is an invisible disability which represents the extremes of temperamental traits that all people exhibit to a more or lesser degree. ADHD usually lasts for the rest of your life, but it will change as you mature, so the symptoms will become less and less serious as you get older. Now, there are some myths and realities in ADHD, and I've got a list here, so I'm going to read them out for you. A myth: ADHD is a life sentence, my life is over. That's not true. In reality, ADHD is a lifestyle, not a life sentence. ADHD people have high energy, are creative and often can accomplish more than others, so it basically means you can be smarter than others, so it's not all bad. Another myth: having ADHD means I am dumb, stupid, lazy or a bad person. Having ADHD doesn't mean you are stupid, it doesn't mean you are dumb, it doesn't mean you are lazy. It means you can be the smartest person in the world and you can have ADHD. People like Einstein and Churchill probably had ADHD, but they are so smart and they became so successful. So if you do have ADHD, or if you know someone who has ADHD, don't worry about it. It's nothing to worry about. It just means you're a little different, but everyone's different, and that means you'll get extra special care. And like I said, I have ADHD, so if you need somebody to talk to, or if you want to ask some questions, message this page or tweet me. I will put my tweets on the description in this, or send me a message on my personal account, because I have loads of booklets to do with ADHD and I'm sure I can help you out. Okay, the second thing I want to talk about is self-harm. Like I said, I did do a video a couple of weeks ago, but that was just the basics. This is going to be full-on investigation. For those of you who don't know what self-harming is, it means you take a blade or something sharp or anything and you put it onto your skin. It could be your stomach, your legs, your face, your arms, and you cut yourself, and it makes you bleed and leave scars and scratches. Thousands of people in the world self-harm. There are so many people. So if you self-harm, you're not an individual, because loads of people do it and you're not the only one. People self-harm for all sorts of reasons. Some of those reasons could be they've had a bad past, they get bullied, they get abused at home or outside of home at school, they think they're a failure, or they think they are worthless, or if you just feel bad about yourself. There are so many reasons why people self-harm. Some people self-harm for fun, okay? People call that attention seeking. You know, I guess it isn't attention seeking unless you take pictures of your arm and put them on Twitter and Facebook. If you self-harm for fun, but you keep it to yourself, then that's not attention seeking. But you really shouldn't do it. I had an argument with somebody over an earlier status about the Cut for Bieber programme. I'm sure some of you have heard of that. If you haven't, Justin Bieber a couple of months ago smoked some weed and all of his fans started self-harming, saying, Justin, if you stop smoking, we'll stop cutting, and things like that. And it was called the Cut for Bieber programme. And believers, Justin Bieber's fans, some of them, I think it was over half, posted pictures of them self-harming and put them on and tweeted them to Justin Bieber or put them on Facebook. That is attention seeking because you are putting it out for the whole world to see. But some of the Bieber fans kept it to themselves. That's not attention seeking. That's what people need to get in their minds, that there's a difference between cutting for attention and cutting because you want to or you've had a bad past. But no matter what you do, if you are an attention seeking cutter or if you are a private and personal cutter, you should stop. Self-harming has so many consequences. You have to live with white scars all over your body. You have to live with the pain. You have to live with the disappointment you've given yourself and your family. You need to live with the guilt because you've inflicted pain upon you and your family. What some people don't seem to realise is that when they hurt themselves, you're hurting the people around you. My experience, when my mum and my family found out I was self-harming, they cried because they were so worried about me. I've stopped now. It's been over 2 months, almost 3 months, and I'm so proud of myself. And for any of you who have self-harmed and who have stopped for a certain amount of time, I am so proud of you as well. Self-harming is just a silly way to deal with things. I thought it was a good way, but then I realised I'm destroying my body and I'm destroying my skin. It took me months to wear short sleeves in public. I can do it now because I'm not scared of what people are going to say. And if people do give me hate, I say, yeah, I self-harmed, but I've stopped now. And you should stop too. Again, I know what you're going through if you're self-harming. I don't know why, because some of your reasons might be much easier or much harder than my reasons. I'm not going to say my reasons because they are personal. But if you self-harm, or if you know someone who was self-harmed, message me again, tweet me, send me a direct message on Twitter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, which this will also be going on. And you know, talk to me, because I am always here for you. If any of you have Quotev, I don't know if you do, but if any of you have Quotev, this will be going on Quotev as well, so shoot me a message on there as well. And, you know, just talk to me, or talk to anyone about it, but just, you need to stop. Other ways, if you are feeling really stressed out, there are other ways to deal with it. One way is you can write down all of your memories in a diary. I've got my diary here. I'm not going to read it out to you because it's my personal diary, but I write down all of my feelings and then I rip the pages out, I screw them up, I put them in a box and I burn the box because it's all of my feelings and you should keep doing it and doing it. It doesn't matter if you get bored, you should just keep on doing it. You can use punch bags or stress balls or pillows, or if you have an old pillow like I do here, get a pair of scissors, cut it and rip it, but don't cut yourself, you need to remember. And take the stuffing out, throw it somewhere and just, you know, do whatever it does to make you calm down. Okay, the third thing I want to talk about is suicide. Now, I know someone. She was a friend of mine. She committed suicide. She committed suicide in January, and it was because she got bullied. Bullies, I don't get them. So many people commit suicide every day because of bullies, again because maybe they were abused, but so many people do it, and I don't like it. I honestly don't like it. And suicide, people say it's the easy way out, but it's really not. It's really not. People say it's being cowardly committing suicide. Again, it's not. What's cowardly is that someone would drive you to the point that you want to end your life. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but there's a show called Hollyoaks, and this girl called Esther, she got bullied a lot, and she decided to commit suicide. She had a bottle of pills and some vodka. She was eating the pills and drinking vodka, and a teacher went and saw her with the vodka and the pills, and she didn't do anything about it. So if you see someone with pills or vodka or a knife, take it off them. Even if you don't know them, take it off them and throw it away and get them help, because I'm sure they will do the exact same to you. If you've seen somebody and you think there's something wrong and you just walked away, then I'm disgusting you. Seriously, if I saw a hobo, a tramp or something about to take his life or her life, I would take whatever they had away and I would help them. I would take them to my house and I would help them and I would get them help, because that is what you should do. Even if you don't know the person, just help them. You know, every 40 seconds a teenager dies from suicide. So you count 40 seconds, there will be a teenager gone. 80 seconds, 2. 123. So if you're counting 40 seconds now, one teenager will be dead. And if you self-harm, that teenager could be you. I'm not saying this to have a go or to take the piss. I'm saying this because I want to help you. Too many people die from suicide, and I'm not going to let any of my fans or my followers do it as well. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. And I hope that you've got that in your mind. Seriously, guys. Think about it. Okay, that's it, but I want to make a quick announcement. I'm going to be doing an Omegle chat in a couple of days or weeks, I don't know, and I'm going to be online on Omegle, so I want all of you to go onto Omegle and find me, or if you have Skype, comment underneath this video your Skype name and I will Skype you, and we'll do a big group chat, and we'll also do Stickam. Yeah, we'll do that. So, yes. Oh, I've got something exciting to say. I tweeted Cece saying, Cece, how hard do you ... hit your drums? And he tweeted back to me. Yeah, Cece Christian Keimer tweeted back to me. I just had to say that. Anyway, so watch this video, think about it, and then we'll talk about it over Omegle, Skype, Stickam, whatever. Take care, guys. I love ya.